Northern communities will always be at the fabric of who UNBC is. And this plan and this theme of empowering Northern communities sets us so well into the future.
16,000 people put to get down $5 to create this place. Every single community in the North put down money and said, we want a university here. Community is at the heart of this university. Community is what we are about. Connecting with community is one of the most important things we need to do, and we are ready to do.
When we work with communities, we're repaying that debt. When we work with communities, we're answering problems that they're facing. And when we work with communities, we're really growing the body of research and knowledge around rural and small town change.
Universities haven't always actually been receptive or involved in community. Research was often very elitist. What UNBC was set up to do was to actually engage with communities, Indigenous, non-Indigenous, around the North, and really provide them the opportunities that communities closer to bigger centers actually had the opportunity to do.
But I love the idea, for me, I just think about community, is that we're embedding ourselves in community, with community, to have that relationship, to build our understandings in the context of the university, but there's a reciprocity in that work.
Whenever we work with communities, it's always about respectful relations. When we work with Indigenous communities, it's really about reconciliation and weaving that into those respectful relations.
Being a student at UNBC means that you're part of this larger network in Northern BC. And because we're a smaller university, you get connected with the local community and work in a variety of ways even before you graduate. So a lot of my former classmates are really making an impact in their fields.
One of the best things I was able to do during my tenure at UNBC was build a lot of relationships in the community, so that by the time I graduated, I could use that degree, complement it with those relationships and the knowledge that I'd built organically throughout my time at UNBC to be better at what I do.
The reality is that we do have really strong alumni leaders in our small towns and municipalities across the northern region that are carrying forward community visions. And it shows, I think it shows the contribution that the institution has made to this particular region.
Problems aren't defined by the university, but they're defined by community members. And if the problem is defined by community members, they in return are also the problem solvers. And we're here to not help, but to work with and walk alongside with community members to solve these problems.
Their voices in our research can empower them. When we take their concerns to policymakers in Victoria and Ottawa, we can empower them. When we share their story of something they succeeded against all odds in their region, we can take that story globally and we can empower them.
Empowering Northern communities is who we are at UNBC. We're about communities, we're about empowerment, we're about sustainability, and we're about that connection, and always remembering of where we came from. We have to always look back to move forward.